Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of Advanced Bass Fishing, and really appreciate you guys joining me for today's episode. And guys, today we're going to step back in time a little bit, and we're going to be talking about those old school prop baits. Old baits like the wood chopper here, the Gilmore jumper, maybe something like even the Devil's Horse. Basically any floating topwater that's got propellers on the end of it. This is a very unique topwater lure category, and they work just as good today as they ever have once you get the right set of conditions and circumstances. So what we're going to do in today's video is I'm going to tell you guys the ideal scenario to throw some type of a prop bait in, because it definitely catches some big fish. So we're going to get into that in today's video. And also guys, I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description to some of the prop baits if you guys want to try one. A couple of the ones that I talk about here, you can't get them at Tackle Warehouse. You have to probably order them or get them on eBay or something like that. But anyway, we'll go into that in today's video. Also guys, quick invitation, anybody interested to book an on-the-water lesson with me, you can do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler. Just shoot me a private message, it gets you all the details. And also guys, I'd like to invite you to please check out one of my Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns that I build for Fish the Moment. Guys, if you want to get some good fishing places on your favorite lake, this is right up your alley. I'll put the link in the description there if you guys want to check those out, so I really appreciate that. Okay guys, let me sort of show you several different styles here of the prop baits, and so the ones I prefer a little bit. A lot of them are like, you've got the smaller ones like this that, have different propellers on it, or you got something like the old wood chopper here. But most of them have propellers, and they make this bzz, 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 noise in the water. These have been around a long time. I mean, they've been around for probably 80 years. And I remember, I'll tell you the first time that I've seen them work. Actually, when I was in college, my girlfriend that I was dating, her dad was like in his 80s. He was super old. She was in her 20s, but he was super old. And he loved to go floating creeks, and we would go floating creeks together. And the only thing he would throw was an old wood chopper like this. That's all he had in his box. He had a box full of wood choppers, and that's it, with like a Zebco 808 push button spin cast reel. And he was an expert at casting that thing two-handed, and he would cast that wood chopper like we'd be floating. He'd cast them up like underneath the laydown or underneath overhanging trees and on shady places of the bank. And he'd take that thing and he'd just go, and it goes, and then he'd let it sit there, and all the ripples would dissipate, and then he goes, all the ripples would dissipate, and all of a sudden these big fish would just come up and annihilate the thing. And then I was able to take it across the country and use it under certain conditions to do well. And actually, Tommy Biffle actually won he won, I think, the Bassmaster Megabax tournament one year that I finished third in on a wood chopper. So it's a really good under certain situations. Okay, now here's what you want to look for when you're talking about fishing a wood chopper or a prop bait. If you're fishing the smaller prop baits, like the old Devil's Horse, something like this is really good over any type of shallow grass. The smaller propellers like this, the little small propellers, or even like this, really, really good around shallow grass. They've been famous in Florida for years, but you don't have to be in Florida. Any lake that's got shallow grass, milfoil, hydrilla, anything like that, that's a really good bait for that. But the bigger ones that have the larger body profile, these are better, in traditional bass fishing areas. So it's all about shade, and it's all about being next to an object, and it's all about warmer water. One of the things I found out about a prop bait is they work really good in hot water. So when that water temperature is like over 75 or 80 degrees, this is when I really start fishing a prop bait. And my favorite time to fish a prop bait is like probably August and September. That's when I've caught the most on it. And for me, it's like I'm just running shade. That's all I'm doing. It's like I'm fishing shady banks, I'm fishing shady overhangs, maybe the shade next to a dock or something like that. And that's the way that I work it too. It's just like I'll jerk it hard like that and get it go and let all the ripples dissipate, let all the ripples dissipate. One of the things I found about this thing is they usually bite the thing right about the time the ripples dissipate. It's like usually, you'll jerk it like that, and then the lure is like maybe moving a little bit with the wind, and all the ripples dissipate, and then all of a sudden they just explode on it. That's sort of a forgotten technique. It's like that patience that's required for a topwater bait is something that is just an old school technique that a lot of people don't have anymore. But that's the main thing, guys, like warmer water and shade. Another place that this works good in is if you have a lake that has some type of current in it. Like, say for example, all you guys that fish the Coosa River system in Alabama, where you have, currents generated every day. I've done really good like at Lay Lake and Logan Martin on a prop bait like this going up the river when they're pulling that current, and I'll throw that prop bait up in those overhanging trees where there's current at, and they'll come up and clobber it with that. But it's just another thing to add in your bait in your box. I mean, it's very situational. That's the times that I've caught them the best on it. So if you want to add it there, I think it might add up to some good fish for you guys. And the average fish that you're going to catch on a big prop bait is a lot bigger than about any other topwater. There's been tons of 10-pounders caught Florida on a prop bait over the years. So anyway, guys, I'll put some links in the description if you want to try one. I hope it helps out, and we'll talk later.